Have you ever noticed how the happiness and closeness with a woman can suddenly shift to distance and coldness? One day, she's warm and engaged, and the next, she's distant. Her attention's somewhere else. Why does this happen? Why does she suddenly pull away as if nothing matters to her anymore? This push-pull dynamic throws many men into a state of stress and dependency. The contrast is too sharp. One moment, she's bringing joy, and the next, she's creating emotional distance. Often, this is a test she's measuring your strength and stability. Women sometimes create this kind of situation to see how you'll react. Will you panic, chasing her attention, or will you stand firm, showing your resilience and strength? Before you dive into panic mode, desperately trying to win back her interest, ask yourself, is it worth playing her game? There are ways to handle this with dignity, and today we'll talk about how to avoid being manipulated and keep your self-respect. The nature of female games and tests. When a woman suddenly starts to pull away, it may not just be her losing interest, it might be her way of testing you, trying to see who you really are. Women often put men through these manipulations to gauge how dependent you are on their attention. They want to see if you'll stay calm and confident, or if you'll let your emotions take over. How will you respond? Will you panic and cling to her, or will you hold your ground and show self-control? The key advice here: don't let her feel that her withdrawal shakes you. Think about why she's even doing this test. Maybe she's trying to understand how steady you are. Remember, the stronger your independence, the less likely you'll fall into her games. To protect yourself, keep other people and interests in your life, and don't fixate on one woman. Otherwise, you risk slipping into dependency. When she starts to pull away, don't chase her. Doing so undermines your inner strength and shows that you're afraid of losing her interest. Instead, take a similar step back, maintaining your own distance and regaining control. Don't play her game, but don't let yourself become her pawn either. Women often expect men to desperately try to win back their affection, but by stepping back, you send a message. Your confidence isn't dictated by her behavior. Ask yourself, what's more important, chasing after her interest or staying true to yourself? A woman who sees that you won't fall into her manipulations might start to take you seriously. Remember, keeping distance isn't a game. It's a way to preserve your peace and stability. If she keeps playing, move on. When you reach out to reconnect after some time, you'll quickly see her true intentions. If she still keeps her distance and continues with her games, then it's clear she's not interested in a man who's ready to be there for her. Don't waste your emotions and energy on someone who doesn't respect your stability. Your best response: forget her and move on. There are plenty of women who are open to normal, stable relationships. Let her decide what matters more, manipulation or support. You don't have to wait for her to come around. You deserve better. Why most guys fall for these tests? Unfortunately, most men fall for these traps and manipulations, losing their confidence and inner strength. Their actions are often driven by a fear of losing the relationship or a dependency on female attention. Women pick up on this weakness, and it makes them want to manipulate even more. But there's a way to resist this. You need to face relationships on your own terms, not hers. To truly become a man that women respect and don't play games with, you need to know yourself and hold your ground. If you want to be the man women respect and don't play games with, make sure to subscribe to the channel and leave a comment. The more men who know about this mission, the fewer will allow themselves to be manipulated. Let's spread the word and build our future on confidence and strength, not fear and dependency. Remember, as a man, continual learning is essential for staying strong and grounded. To help you on this journey, I've included links to valuable books on understanding female psychology and building inner resilience. You'll find these book recommendations in the video description. Don't miss out on expanding your knowledge, the biology behind female behavior, and choosing a resourceful partner. If you think about it, female behavior isn't random. It's rooted in biology and ancient instincts that shape her actions. Deep down, a woman needs a partner who can provide stability and security for herself and her future children. This man is resourceful, strong, and steady a provider. In her mind, such a man deserves her efforts, and he's the one she's likely to keep on a short leash to prevent losing him. But what happens if a guy doesn't fit her definition of a provider? At first glance, it might seem like a downside. Maybe he's still building his career, doesn't have a high income or social status. But for some women, such men are outside the strict rules and tests. These are the men they're willing to be with without obligations, giving in to passion and freedom. They become exceptions, no manipulations or mind games needed. So, ask yourself this: do you want to be the man she sees only as a provider? Or do you want to be the exception, the one who's with her on his own terms, without any need for rules or tests? Conclusion: what should you do when a woman pulls away? The most important thing is not to panic or lose your head. Your value shouldn't depend on someone else's changing moods. Ask yourself, do you really want to be someone who clings to attention? No, you deserve better. Be confident. Keep your distance. Don't fall into manipulations, and don't be afraid to let go of someone who's playing games. You're building your own life and choosing who you want beside you. Let every step you take reflect your true values. When you know your worth, no test can shake you. Keep your inner strength. Don't let anyone break you. And remember, the world is too big to get hung up on one person. If someone wants to leave, let them. The road is open for you to people who will respect your strength and your respect for yourself. Women's tendency to test or even manipulate is often rooted in a natural drive toward security and stability. It's not always malicious, it's instinctive, a way of finding a man who can protect, provide, and handle life's challenges. But to meet this, men need to cultivate their own strength and resilience. This journey isn't one that can be done alone. We learn best when we stand together. Brotherhood among men is essential, as iron sharpens iron. By sharing knowledge, staying strong, and supporting each other, we rise above manipulations and become the men who not only understand the game but thrive within it.